Prime Minister says positive spirit is must to fight corona, appeals to people not to believe in rumour about vaccine. PM Cares Fund endorses funds allocation for oxygen generation plants inside public health facilities. Assam government rules out lockdown in the state. In Mizoram, curfew clamped for another week in Aizawl and district headquarters. Meghalaya government steps up anti-price rise measures, orders strict action against traders taking advantage of COVID scenario. And in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings set 192-run victory target for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Sunrisers Hyderabad to meet Delhi Capitals in Chennai. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Saraswati Singha, and now the stories in detail. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that in this period of corona crisis, everyone is getting aware of the importance of vaccine. He appealed to the people not to get swayed by any rumors about the vaccine. Sharing his thoughts in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, he said that from the 1st of May onwards, the vaccine will be made available for every person above 18 years of age. Centre's free vaccine program will further continue. He urged the people to take the vaccine, take precaution and stay safe. The Government of India is fully engaged in taking forward the efforts of state governments in their fight against corona. He said hundreds and thousands of brothers and sisters from the nursing staff are performing their duties exemplarily, and it is a big inspiration. He said the positive spirit is imperative to fight corona and the countrymen have to maintain it. The country is once again united in its fight against the pandemic.
कोशिश कर रही है। साथियों, कोरोना के खिलाफ इस समय बहुत बड़ी लड़ाई देश के डॉक्टर और हेल्थ वर्कर्स लड़ रहे हैं। पिछले एक साल में उन्हें इस बीमारी को लेकर हर तरह के अनुभव भी हुए हैं। साथियों, मैं आप सबसे आग्रह करता हूं, आपको अगर कोई भी जानकारी चाहिए हो, कोई और आशंका हो, तो सही सोर्स से ही जानकारी लें। आपकी जो
In a related development, the Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations Fund or PM Cares Fund has given in principle approval for allocation of funds for installation of 551 dedicated pressure swing absorption PSA medical oxygen generation plants inside public health facilities in the country. The decision is in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's direction of boosting availability of oxygen to hospitals. The Prime Minister has directed that these plants should be made functional as soon as possible. These dedicated plants will be established in identified government hospitals and district headquarters in various states and union territories. The procurement will be done through the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The PM Cares Fund had earlier this year allocated over 2,011 crore rupees for installation of additional 162 dedicated PSA medical oxygen generation plants. Moving on, the Delhi government has decided to extend the lockdown in the wake of rising cases in the national capital. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today announced that the lockdown has been extended till 5 a.m. of May 3. During the lockdown, people engaged in essential services and facing emergency conditions will be allowed for movement on producing valid documents. Earlier, a 6-day lockdown was imposed in the city to contain the spread of COVID-19. Expressing concern over the rising cases of infection, Kejriwal said health facilities are witnessing a shortage of oxygen. He said Delhi currently needs 700 tons per day and the union government has increased the quota of oxygen to 480 tons per day. He said Delhi government has started a portal which will be updated every 2 hours by oxygen manufacturers, suppliers and hospitals for better management of oxygen supply. Moving on to Northeast now, in Assam, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma today again ruled out the possibility of lockdown in the state. On a visit to Balsor in Nalbari district to pay his tributes to former Chief Minister Bhumidhar Barman, Dr. Sharma said a lockdown is not necessary as the state is well equipped to tackle the COVID situation. Dr. Sharma informed he had visited Sun Pharma in Palasbari area this morning and learned that Assam has been producing 80,000 ampoules of remdesivir injections per week. The state has arranged oxygen supplies from 2 plants, one in Bhutan and another in Dimapur. The decision, if any, on total closure of educational institutions will be taken after May 2.
আমি এইবোৰ বিষয় আমি আলোচনা কৰিম মই মাত্ৰ এটাই কথা কম যে ডক্টৰ বৰ্মন ডাঙৰীয়াৰ আমাৰ অসমৰ প্ৰতি
In news from Mizoram, due to the alarming spurt in COVID-19 positive detection in the state, the Mizoram State Disaster Management Authority has imposed new restrictions to prevent a further surge. The measures will take effect from the morning of April 26 till the morning of May 3. Educational institutions, religious places and other public places including parks, picnic spots, theatres, gym, restaurants and shopping complex will continue to remain closed. Meanwhile, the ongoing board examinations can continue. Maximum of 30 attendees will be allowed in funerals and wedding receptions. The new COVID-19 restriction guidelines will not affect the existing interstate movement of commercial and passenger vehicles. No special permission is needed for entering the state. However, they have to register themselves through mCovid-19 app. All passengers travelling through interstate borders will have to go through COVID screening. The number of total active cases of COVID-19 in the country further swelled up today to comprise nearly 15.82% of the total reported cases. Union Health Ministry has informed that currently over 26,82,000 people are reported to be suffering from the viral pandemic and are either hospitalized or are under home isolation. In the last 24 hours, the nation registered nearly 3,49,000 new COVID cases. With this, the recovery rate has further slipped to stand at 83.05%. So far, over 1 crore 40 lakh people have recovered from the COVID-19 infection in the country. Nearly 75% of the new cases have been reported from 10 states. The Health Ministry has informed that 2,767 COVID-related deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative toll to 1,92,311. India's vaccination drive against COVID-19 crossed another milestone today with administration of over 14 crore 19 lakh doses within 99 days of the world's largest vaccination program. Union Health Ministry has informed that with more than 25 lakh 36,000 doses of COVID vaccine administered in the last 24 hours, India has become the fastest country to administer over 14 crore doses in a record time. Since Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call for maximum and best utilization of health resources in the country, the number of total COVID vaccination centers have increased significantly. The number of COVID vaccination centers in the country increased from nearly 45,000 to nearly 65,000, registering a growth of over 20,000 centers in a short span of time. In the COVID scenario from the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 550 active cases, while discharged cases logged 16,940. The tally for the dead remained at 56. Assam is settled with 14,198 active cases, while the cured cases logged 2,18,958. The dead accounted for 1,186. Reporting 705 active cases, Manipur recorded 29,193 cured cases, while the dead tallied at 383. Meghalaya reported 1,244 active cases and a caseload of 14,384 cured cases. The dead accounted for 158. With a caseload of 712 active cases, Mizoram logged 4,663 discharged cases, while the death toll remained at 13. Nagaland reported 558 active cases with 12,350 released cases. The death tallied at 95. Sikkim has a caseload of 798 active cases, 6,223 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 137. Lastly, in Tripura, active cases have touched 727, while discharged cases logged 33,408. The dead accounts for 394. In Meghalaya, the Deputy Chief Minister, Preston Tensong, has said the authorities concerned have been asked to take action against opportunists taking advantage of the COVID-19 situation. He was reacting to the sudden hike in the prices of essential commodities and overcharging of taxi fares, which came soon after the state government decided to impose restrictions, especially in Shillong, to prevent further spread of the pandemic. According to Tensong, necessary instructions had already been issued to all the concerned departments, food and civil supplies and transport, to ensure that the prices fixed by them should be adhered to in totality.
And simultaneously, what we did was, we already instructed to all the concerned departments, be it food and civil supply, be it transport department, to kindly make sure that the prices fixed by the concerned department should be adhered to in totality. And again, in return, we have specifically issued order to all the deputy commissioners to monitor this and to make sure that
two of the employees of the ONGC abducted on the 21st of April from Lakwa at Sibsagar were rescued on Saturday. Mohini Mohan Gogoi and Olakesh Saikia were rescued from Funsing Basti in Mon district of Nagaland. The 36th Regiment of the Assam Rifles, which launched a search operation for the abducted employees, managed to recover the two employees. Ritul Saikia, one of the three abductees, remained traceless. They were handed over to Assam Police. This afternoon, both the rescued employees addressed the press at Sonari Police Station, where they expressed their gratitude to Nagaland and Assam Police. In IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings have set a target of 192 runs before Royal Challengers Bangalore at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. In reply, RCB were 94 for 8 in 14 overs when reports last came in. Earlier, Chennai skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni won the toss and chose to bat. The Royal Challengers brought in all-rounder Dan Christian in place of Kane Richardson and Das bowler Rabdeep Saini for Shehbaz Ahmed. Kohli said Saini was included to go hard at the batsmen in the middle overs with his pace. It will be Saini's first match of this IPL. The second match of the day will be played between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Delhi Capitals in Chennai in a short while from now. Mahavir Jayanti, the birth anniversary of 24th and last Jain Tirthankar Bhagwan Mahavir, is being celebrated across the country today. President Ramnath Kovind has extended heartfelt greetings to all countrymen, especially the Jain community, on the occasion of Mahavir Jayanti today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the life of Lord Mahavir teaches peace and self-control. In a tweet, Modi said, when the countrymen are fighting together corona crisis at such a time on Mahavir Jayanti, all should pray to Lord Mahavir to keep everyone healthy and bless our efforts with success. And to end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister says positive spirit is must to fight corona, appeals to people not to believe in rumour about vaccine. PM CARES Fund endorses funds allocation for oxygen generation plants inside public health facilities. Assam government rules out lockdown in the state in Mizoram curfew clamped for another week in Aizawl and district headquarters. Meghalaya government steps up anti-price rise measures, orders strict action against traders taking advantage of COVID scenario. And in IPL cricket, Chennai Super Kings set 192-run victory target for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Sunrisers Hyderabad to meet Delhi Capitals in Chennai. And before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Muscup, India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thanks for tuning in. Namaskar.